Hello and welcome to a little heads up about retro gaming and also a little bit of a rant about YouTube's copyright issues. Yeah, they're not good. They're not the best. They're making it very hard for us small YouTubers to get anywhere, and I will admit I've not had too much hassle, to be honest. I had one video flagged since the new settings have been introduced, probably because I'm in a channel I use full screen, and they helped me greatly. They sorted out that one copyright claim. I mean, it was a claim against the music which they'd provided, so I wouldn't expect any less, but it was sorted out pretty quick. And copyright issues, I had so many before I joined the network. It was tragic. I've had so many videos I've just deleted in disgust, because you dispute the video, or the claim I should say, on the video, and you know, that dispute gets pulled up and then another one pops up about the same video, about the same music. I tell you, it's enough to make you quit. It really is. It's the reason I joined full screen and a channel, because you know, you don't make a lot of money on YouTube as it is, so to give up 30% or more, I mean that's what I'm giving up at the moment, but or more. Some people give up more than 30% of their revenue, and let's face it, if you're into YouTube and you do a bit of YouTubing and you're trying to make a little bit of cash back, you don't make a lot of cash. You really don't. I mean, even, you know, I can see from my views and how many hits I've got just how much money there is to be made on average in YouTube, and really it's not a lot. I could get 10 times the amount of views I'm getting now on my videos, and I still wouldn't even be close to a position of doing it for a living. Not even close. Not even, you know, no chance. Not a chance. You've really got to get some serious views all the time on YouTube to make it worthwhile as far as money goes. But you know, I don't really do it for the money. I'm doing it for the love of the games. But it would be nice, you know, to get a little bit of money back. And it's always, you know, be nice to think, oh yeah, I would be able to make a living from this. It really would. You know, most people, anyone who's watching this, anyone who's even watching this and thinking, get a real job, you know, they'd like to be able to make a living doing this sort of thing. And it's not as easy as everyone thinks. You know, you play the games, you know, I mean, there's games I'm playing them in parts, and I'd have played them a lot more if I wasn't playing them on videos and recording them. But it does become a bit of a job, and it sort of puts you off your games a bit. So, you know, it's one of those things. It's just, you want to make a little bit of cash off it. So the new policies are a little bit annoying, and next year I'm just dreading to think what we're going to get. But anyway, that's my rant. It's not really a rant. I'm not really angry about it. Because I'm used to it. I'm just used to it. I really hope it's not going to get worse. And these companies claiming, you know, copyright on things that aren't even anything to do with the actual people who made the games is really annoying. Seriously annoying. It's just greedy bastards, basically. Greedy bastards thinking, yeah, we can just get some money out of this. And that's how they work. So anyway, that's the end of that. I'm going to talk about the background. Yes, it's Frontier Elite 2. This was a fantastic game. I loved it on my Amiga. I mean, it was one of the only games that would actually make a difference when you had an accelerator card. I had a 68030 accelerator. I had extra RAM. I had 20 mega RAM on my Amiga at one point. 20 meg. Now, obviously to most people that sounds rubbish, but for an Amiga that wasn't rubbish. That was extreme. That was major extreme. I can remember people at the place I worked at laughing at me saying, you know, God, your Amiga, you could run the national, you know, grid. Basically, it's super duper. Why have you upgraded it so much? You can't run anything. And you know, it was a comment well made. I couldn't. There was hardly any games that took advantage of it, but this one did, and I played it and I enjoyed it. I didn't do anything. I wasn't one for battle. I couldn't do the sort of manoeuvres that are in this intro, where these two come in and he zooms out, jumps into hyperspace and zips behind that ship and then just pulls up behind them. No. If that was possible, I don't know. It probably was, but I was useless at combat. But I just loved the trading and just trying to build my ship up. Thought it was brilliant, and I'm looking forward to the new version. I must admit, I didn't start with a Kickstarter. I didn't contribute whatsoever, mainly because I'm just a bit jaded with space games lately. There's been lots of them, and they're all very similar now. And you know, Elite at the time was just something really different. So it's hard to just go, yeah, I'm going to pay for that Kickstarter and get it. Although I wish I had done. If I had got the money, I would have done it. But you know, we're not all loaded, and you can only choose to pay for the things that you're really into. And although as much as I loved the original one, it's got great, I mean the soundtrack alone just brings back memories. It's brilliant. But yeah, I was actually a little bit disappointed that you know, Elite's Kickstarter didn't do as well as the Chris Sawyer one. You know, Star Citizen. That one's done a lot better, and to me that's a little bit tough luck really, because you know, David Brabham was the man. He's the one who did it. He's the one who started them. And you know, as much as I like Chris Sawyer's games, I preferred Elite. And although he did do the conversion on the PC, but I had the Amiga version, so you know, it doesn't count for me. But yeah, it's strange that they were all involved. Chris Brabham, holy crap. No, David Brabham and Chris Sawyer were both involved with Elite. And they were both involved in Kickstarters at very much the same time. For obviously Elite Dangerous, which I'm more interested in personally, and Star Citizen, which again looks quite good, but it's, I don't know, it doesn't look quite, it looks more Wing Commander, and I like Wing Commander 3 on the 3DO. I didn't like it on the PC, just didn't play the same, don't know what it was, but I loved the 3DO version of Wing Commander 3. It was just brilliant. I played that all the way through, and that's probably the last space game I've actually liked. I can't think of any other space game I've played. There's been loads. Chris Sawyer's done a few himself, obviously. I just haven't liked them. Don't know. I'm not quite certain. Couldn't say exactly what it is, and that's exactly the reason why I haven't sort of jumped into the Kickstarter for Elite Dangerous, because I just know I'm probably not going to be as into it as I used to be. But saying that, you know, if they pull off the playability of Frontier in Dangerous and make it just as playable, and just, you know, I don't want to fight. I'm not interested in shooting pirates and fighting. I just want to travel along and trade, and the occasional fight, you know, but not too much. If they manage that, then I'll be getting it. There'll be no doubt. I will get it, because it's got fantastic memories for me. It's the best space game ever made. In a lot of ways, it's just, I don't know. The music, like I say, evokes memories, and yeah, I love it. So yeah, that's my little chat about copyright rubbish. It's total rubbish, greedy swines. You know, God blimey, I mean, you know, for instance, you know, there's a new, and I've meant to mention this and I'm running out of time already, yeah, there's a new archive being released for 70s and 80s games, consoles, for the Atari 2600, 7800, the ColecoVision, the Magnavox, or the Philips Videopack G7000 if you remember it in England, and the Astrocade, which was by Midway and I never saw. It sounds like it was a good machine, but I never saw that. That's just, you know, a rarity. And it's available. I'll put the link in the video description, but it's available to play. It's not working perfectly, there's no sound and stuff, but it's a good start. So if you're not interested in getting emulator set up, it's definitely worth a look. Myself, I'm interested in the ColecoVision stuff because I never played one, and I'd like to have a crack. But yeah, this is Elite, and I'm signing off now, so until next time, I'll catch you later. Actually, no, I won't catch you later. Well, I will catch you later, but not quite yet, because I forgot the reason why I was annoyed about this post about the emulations and archives, and it was the fact that they're saying all publishers now with phones are starting to see that the old games can be worth money to them still. And I'm like, you greedy tossers. The games are 20 odd years old. God, more than that, 30 odd years old in some cases. And you're trying to revive them and make money from them on mobile devices. And to be honest, it makes me sick. It really does. Especially stuff like Atari stuff. Because Atari does not exist anymore. I'm sorry, Atari, but you don't exist anymore. The Atari that made those games is long gone. They went under. They weren't bought at the time. They went under. They've been bought subsequently, and I really don't feel that someone who's bought the rights so long afterwards can hold any rights to the old games. It really annoys me beyond belief. You know, oh dearie me. I don't know. Yeah, I'm getting back onto copyright issues here, and things like that do annoy me. It's like the games have been available for a long time. No problem. You can get the ROMs. You can play them because you know no one's interested in playing those anymore. And all of a sudden, they've seen a market open up, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we'll get all these old games, and we can make money from them, vast amounts of money." And oh, I just don't like it. I don't like it. It's like, I'll go and just, I could swear at them badly. I really could. I could really rant and give some good swearing here, but I'm holding back. No. You know, Spectrum games from the 80s, really? That sort of thing, anything. It's just taking the Michael. There is no way that they should be allowed to make money from this stuff. It's gone. They've made the money. The games at the time, the big games, you know, Pac-Man on the Atari, it made phenomenal money. But it's not even the same company anymore. They didn't make the game. They've no claim to it. They've just bought the Atari name after the fact, thinking it'd help them, and it has helped them. You know, people saw the Atari name and they bought the games that were made subsequently, but it was nothing to do with the original company. It was nothing about the original company, and it still isn't. And that's one example. There's a few, to be honest. I mean, even the Amiga has been sold since, and even the rights to Amiga games have been sold since, quite recently in a way. And I'm just not good with that. I think it's a bit wrong. I think it's a bit off. But anyway, yeah, I'll let you watch the rest of this, and until next time, I really will catch you later.